Hi there, it's Priscilla in Spring Hill at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery on a very hot day with something cold draped across my camera, so hopefully we don't overheat it. And we've got 19 minutes on the timer and an experiment in front of us that everybody probably wants to know about. And that is what happens when you put paint on top of a painted surface that's had Rain-X on it. And we do not know the answer to this, but no matter how much I try and love this painting, sometimes more than others, the answer is not yes. So I'm going to take either a shovel or maybe this little scoop and put some paint into my dollar store dustpan and scoop it out as like so. If that doesn't work, there are alternatives. There's my bead pan around here somewhere. In the meantime, I think that probably white is my way to go on this particular occasion, because I expect, even though I use no silicone in my mix, I do use Floetrol, and Floetrol invariably creates cells when the paint is agitated. Now we're not going to do anything more than ribbon pour and tip, and I'm going to try and keep my color palette fairly simple, but we know from watching me before that that's not necessarily the easiest thing for me to do. So I'm going to just keep moving in the direction of hoping that I can do that. I want some blue in there. I'm going to put a little bit of this Prussian blue that I've been having so much fun with lately. It's very dark, but it sells. It sells in white paint, so that makes it lovely. I like this Bahama blue. I think it makes everything better. And what else do I want in there? I think you can see that. I'm not sure. I hope I focused. I have some orange in there already. That may be of assistance. So we'll give that a try. I really don't feel like I'm risking much or losing anything by doing this, short of having to paint over the entire canvas. I think it would be nice to find out. I want some more red, but I'm wondering if maybe, oh yeah, my favorite color. Didn't use any of that yet. Alright, so the only thing that isn't in there is this new minty green. And otherwise, I'm doing the same old rainbow of colors thing. And it does look like there's something missing to me, but I'm not sure what it is, and I have enough of this. I pre-mix all my colors in squeeze bottles, and there's marbles in there. Just as soon not make any mud. But I want to throw some red in there anyway. And there's no black in there. I'm just going to town. Okay, there's no stopping me now. Yup. And then the last thing I want to do is go back and find my white pearl, which is never an easy task when I don't have my glasses on. And my glasses are over here, and I will put them on now. Oh look! A large orange spot in the middle of my artwork. Ooh, we're getting some nice, we're getting a plug tip. Oh, really? There's my blooper for the day. Okay, well that just proves my point. You know what? That can stay. I don't care. Let's just start there and take that big plug out of there. And throw some more pink in there. Throw some pink in here. Make lemons out of lemonade. Rest everything in there. I'm going to let it all run and have some fun. Ooh, we're making rhymes now. I want that to go over there. I was kind of sorry to lose that white along the edge because I liked it. But I think now that my tip is clear, and yeah, it's not. I see you. Evil Floetrol boogers. Alright, so I've got a skewer, and I've just decided I should tell you that clean skewers work better, because the dirty ones have lumps on them and they make lumpy marks. So I'm going to just use my skewer to drag some of this paint kind of carefully where I want it. I love that Bahama blue with that black, makes cells like you wouldn't believe. I have to move fast. It is hot out here. I want to make a ribbon pour. And I'm going to use my spatula, yes, if I can get to it, to scrape out. Ooh, that one with that shape tip is great for that. Wow. All right, so use my wet rag, ever-present wet rag, to clean that out. I think I'm going to like this a lot, but I think I also want to play fast and loose with paint again. Go figure. It's me after all. So, where's my skewer? Let's go down here with that. Let's just be rude with our patterning and not worry until it's a little later in the show. I'm loving my color choices. Those are making me happy. I really don't want to destroy them either, but I do want to spread them around a little bit. And I don't want to have to tip them. Unlike these, which are beautiful just the way they are, but I'm going to tip them anyway. I see that I've got paint. I'm sorry, I'm out of range. I've got paint that I'm going to let go right into the pan. And I'm going to use the fact that those all dripped in this direction to create a new element. A cool new element, in fact. If all goes as planned, or, well, like there's plans. Sometimes yes, most times no. So I like my color pan very much. It's making some beautiful things happen, but I want some more orange in there. Can't help it. It's been my friend lately. Can't abandon a friend. I got a few things. I need to clean up my workstation. There's no doubt about it. Alright, so I want more orange. Wow, I'm having an orange moment. Let's put some more orange in there. Yes. And I'm going to grab, look at those gorgeous colors, 1001, 1002, 1003, and patterns. I got something kind of muddy up there that just disappeared, and I'm happy to see the end of it. I am going to grab that perfectly sized, really? Come over here, you thing that does not belong. Kidding. I'm not seeing any issues with the silicone, well, excuse me, Rain-X that was on here, which is why the cells look the way they do. I like my white in there so much that I'm thinking I'm going to throw a little bit more in. And then I'm going to use either my spatula, which I can, dip right in there, scrape off, let go over the edge. Got some great colors going on. I'm having a fun time. Things are making cells, which is kind of neat. I like this color so much, I think I want some of it over here. And I'm going to let it do its thing right over the edge. It doesn't bother me a bit. Got some pretty gold in there. I'm liking those combinations very much. And that is in turn encouraging me. Hello, little bird. Ah! I have a visitor. I have no worms for you today. Okay, so how much further do I want to go? I don't know. I'm looking at what I've got, which is not something I usually have the luxury of doing. And I'm having a good time, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking go for it. I'm thinking I want some black in there. Little bottle or not. Oh, and there's another. Man. I'm having some interesting stuff happen this way. Alright, I'm going to look for my brightest colors because acrylics dry darker. Lots of times I will tip my canvas. This is not one of those times. When I'm adding the paint, this is one of those times I'm going to tip the canvas after I add the paint and hope that the rest of the paint down on the other end doesn't go sliding right off. But in the meantime, I can also, no, I don't want to rub my spatula in that right now because I see that it wants to create some mud. And so, let's see, somewhere around here, right here, yep, medical tubing instead of a bendy straw, which works just as well, take my word for it. Somebody sent me medical tubing so I would keep my head out of the camera. How's that working for y'all? Not sure that that's a question I should ask. Anyway, I'm going to give it a blow. I see you! You're very cute! You're a fox sparrow. Cool. I don't mind visitors. I'm going to take some more of this color that's a favorite of mine and throw some of that in there because I want to see it there. So first I'm going this way, and then I'm going that way, and then I'm going that way. Hopefully you can see some of that, but I'm loving what's happening. Yes, I am. Now, I can and will herd paint all into one spot. I could probably wipe it up, or I could dab at it. But if I am clever enough, we'll see. I can get it to do more or less what I want it to do with my spatula. I see more places I want more paint. I want some gold over here. This is fun. I should paint more ugly paintings so I can use them as a background. Not on purpose, but by accident is a ball. Okay, so what do I have here? I have some gold that's already started there. Some gold that's going there. So I think I'm just gonna let that go right back here. And let's let all this go back over. I don't know, you probably can't see much of what's going on, but I'm gonna drip my paint right back into my container and let everything else do whatever it wants while it's doing it. Yes, I am. That could have been an edge catcher moment, but I'm not using an edge catcher right at the moment, so I guess it's not that moment. Oh, that made so much sense. Yep, it's hot out here. Okay, do I like that? I do, kind of. Do I want to keep it? Maybe I do, and maybe I want to put some more purple in my mix and move my tools so you can see what my mix is becoming and my paints. There we go. Hopefully back in frame again. Take the top off. I want some more of that orange. And I'm taunting myself, I'm testing myself. What'd I do with that? There we go. So, let's take the handle of that out of the paint and have a look at what we've got. Grab some of that blue and orange down here. Lead it back over. Got some pretty cells in there. Wow. Pretty, pretty. Let's lead our little rivulet away. And I have so many nice cells. What am I going to do? I'm going to try and get my spatula in there. I don't know if I'm actually capable of keeping a pattern that I see in the scoop, but I'm capable of trying. And I do, sometimes. It's probably getting a little difficult to see the difference between the painting as it was and the painting as it is. But I'm going to do some ribbons. Grab some more paint. Drag it through the paint we have there. I think I'm just going to take a chance and put that dustpan right down. Scrape out the paint. Let it run right off. And while I'm looking at it and I see it, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of black right there because it looks like it gives it some definition to me. Let's do the same thing right here. I can probably lead that around with my bamboo skewer if I so desire. If I hadn't just cleaned it up out of sight. There we go. Hey, I'm doing better than I thought I was. Which reminds me, we got 4 minutes left, and although I may call it done, I may not, because oftentimes I allow myself the pleasure of working on things after you guys are gone. But I think we might be able to call it done, honestly, and that's very cool. I'm happy with everything that I'm seeing. Oops, that was not on purpose. Okay, well, never mind. We'll just use our skewer to lead paint around and deal with it. I never mind having a little paint on my skewer. Well, almost never. I have that one spot left that could be concerned with. Anyway, so my studio has no other income except for the art that I sell, which is kind of rare because I live in Spring Hill, Florida, and people are retired here and they don't have money that's disposable income for luxury items such as art. But people on YouTube have begun to be very kind and helpful to me, and I just sold a painting. So yay me, and yay Tim. Thank you, Tim. Awesome work. Well, I was going to sell it to an old friend of mine. It was so awesome, actually. I wish I could remember the item number to show you guys. Anyway, so I'm really happy with everything that has just gone on, and I don't need to do a whole lot more to this other than maybe something obnoxious that I shouldn't be doing, but I'm doing anyway, over here on this side. I love it. I don't think the rain hex has made any difference at all being on the background, and that is a nice thing to know, but we will only know for certain after it dries tomorrow when I take a picture of it. I don't really see anything else I need, but I'm compulsive. I'm OCD. Oh no, I have to paint. I have paint in my hand. The paint just runs out the end of the scoop. Anyway, so before we run out of time completely, I will tell you that you can find most of the video artworks, wet and dry, if you go to the bottom of the description below Show More, where you will also find the description of the video art and how it was made, and the recipe for my pouring medium, or pouring mixture, my recipe, basically, and my pixels pages, excuse me, my Pinterest pages with boards on them, where you can also find, I don't like that, where you can also find lots of things with my art on it, on a variety of things, like, you know, prints on canvas, coffee mugs, chair curtains, stuff like that. I see that I would like a little gold over here, but other than that, I'm not going to use a torch on this. Or am I? Am I? Okay, let's use a torch. We got a minute left. Let's turn it way down so we're not going to... Yeah, let's turn it down even further than that so we don't bubble anything up again. Getting some nice cells. There's no silicone in any of my paint mixtures. If I want silicone, I use Blaster in a can and a spritz, and not in every color, just in one at a, excuse me, not in every color, but in all colors in one dish. Just one spritz for all my colors. I think that I am very pleased with myself today, but you guys are used to that. There's no denying it. When you're successful, you're successful. I have some really thick paint, just in case you need to know, and you want to paint like I do. Purchase some GAC 800 from Golden. It will help prevent, and for me always prevents, cracking. I'm just moving the paint over the edge. It's sitting in a big thick clump because it's drying so quickly out here on this hot, hot day. But otherwise, I love that. That's cool. I'm happy. Thank you for joining me. Thank you everybody who's contributed to keep me working. I got just a few seconds left before I have to say goodbye. And I'm going to say Priscilla out from Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Studio with a stutter. And I will see you in the next video. Anon. Bye for now. And thanks for all the love.